back to my channel today, and we are doing a brand new Sims 4 overview slash review of the brand new industrial loft kit today because it came out 2 days ago, and I have a few concerns about this pack because there are a few build and buy items that look very similar to base game or like some other packs that we have in the Sims 4. However, let me just tell you right now, like right here, right now, I am a big fan of like industrial city loft vibes because I've been to New York before. I've been to like multiple cities like Chicago and like some other places before that are like very run down, decrepit, has grunge everywhere. But if you didn't see my video that I posted yesterday in The Sims 2, I made an industrial theme like apartment building with a shared kitchen and like 3 units. And I was talking about how I was really excited about the industrial like pack itself. So the Sims team made this tweet a couple days ago announcing their new loft kit. And by the video portion, you see like some build and buy items, but you also see like the shadow or like the lighting coming through this window. This is what the render looks like. And then this is what the video portion looks like, what the window that we got in the video, the window that we're getting. So when going through the game itself, through the kits, I can definitely see a lot of potential with me using all these items pretty much regularly in my builds, like maybe in the city or maybe in suburban homes, it just depends. But looking at all of the build and buy items, like I'm a big fan of this bed frame right here, especially in the swatch. Like you just gotta say, it's yellow is what we need. But I like this whole idea of this like frame and the headboard and also the stuff under it. And then like all these chairs, it looks like they're custom content to me. Like looking at this armchair and then also this couch, all the wrinkles and creases in the couch itself with like also this overhang of this blanket is kind of nice because we never really get any couches that have just a simple blanket overhang or just something single like this. So hopefully we get more like this in the future, but I'm a big fan of this couch and it looks so good to me because it looks like custom content and I love CC. But looking at it and the design overall, like all the metal pipes and also the wood texture and just looking at every single swatch itself is pretty good. Also, why is there no yellow? Disapprove. I'm kidding, maybe. But no, looking at all the swatches itself, it's pretty good. But the good thing about this is that the wood tones match. I've always been like a stickler about why don't things match in The Sims 4. And so looking at some of the build and buy items with this, I'm pretty happy that they do match. I do hopefully in the future that we do get some type of kit that involves a little bit more, but I never really know how it goes. Might be determined on the budget, the timing, and the marketing, whatever it might be. But I think that overall, I'm a big fan of like brown couch and also maybe like this green armchair because it seems like it works very well together along with this bar stool right here, which in my mind, I think looks okay. Oh, yellow, hello. But I think it's just pretty nice that every single swatch, oh, yellow. I'm sorry, I get so obsessed with yellow, it's kind of a problem. I don't apologize, but I have to say, looking at all the swatches, like I said before, they do somehow match all together. Like there's no inconsistency with the wood tones or maybe like the metal frames. It all looks consistent, which I'm a big fan of. So then going through the rest of the items like this, there we go. I was like, why is that tilted? But looking at this, I'm assuming this is like a more of a bar stool. Oh, it is. Oh, okay. So you can fit at least about how many chairs? So 6, 8. So an 8 sim frame table. And then we have this, what you would call it? It's like a console table or like a TV stand table, whatever you want to call it. It's fit for like a hallway, which I'm like cool about. And all the swatches, yellow, good. Okay, looking at all the swatches, they're pretty good. I wonder how long it takes them to do all this stuff, like the designs. I mean, I know they have multiple people working on like different things, but I always wonder, like, how long does it take them to make one single kit? In my humble opinion, I always want to know. I'm always nosy and curious about these things. So I wonder what goes through their head, like what's their thought process about all these things? Like what makes them decide to do a certain kit over another kit? And what makes them like do these certain type of designs, like inspiration, stuff like that. And then we have a little end table and then another console table and like another little plant. This one looks like the fig tree, but no, actually this one looks like the one from, actually, where did it go? I don't know. This one, this plant and this plant look very similar to me. I don't know why, but it just kind of does with my brain because they do look very similar. And comparing this one, it's the Uptown Floor Pampas grass. So yeah, they're both pampas grass type of plants, which makes sense why they look so similar to me. But this one looks more alpha-y. This one looks more Max's Match. So I wonder what made the difference between these two. But this one came with Dream Home Decorator. This one came with the kit. And so looking at this one, I have to say I really like bookshelves, but this is not a bookshelf. It's more just a, you know, a plant stand for all your plant needs. I'm a plant parent. I've been to Plant Parenthood. That's all you really need to know. But then we have the succulent, which I wonder, I was wondering like if we could actually put stuff on here, and it looks like we can't really. I wish we could, but sadly we cannot. But we have that little plant stand and also the succulent that goes on pretty much any surface, which is good. Like it looks very nice sized down, and it's not too big and not too small, but if you wanted to have the ability to make it very large and in charge, you could with your right bracket key, or make it smaller with your left bracket key. But I don't know, succulents are like my thing. I don't know how to keep them alive, but they look nice either way. Can we have more wood textures like this, please and thank you? Yeah, but no, I really do like these wood textures. I am a big fan of like wood. I don't use carpet of any kind in any Sims game because I find it not like pleasing to the eye, but also very flammable. Moving forward to the other ones that we have from this pack, we have some graffiti, which is nice. It kind of reminds me of like cats and dogs graffiti, or like city living graffiti. So looking at all this is pretty cool, but looking at the swatches of all of them, it's all the same. Oh, not the same design. Okay, so we have like one filled in partly, and then one like completely just no background of any kind. And then we have this one. Okay, ooh. Wait, why do I want to make an industrial cafe for no reason because of this graffiti? I'm going to do it. And then we have a new ceiling fan, which I, for one, have to say, I wish we had more ceiling fans in the game. Like we have one from base game, and then we have one from Iron Living, and now we have this one from the new kit. I wonder if we'll ever get any more ceiling fans in the future. For me, industrial things look very good to me. And I thought that we're gonna get like some type of light under the ceiling fan, because usually some ceiling fans come with like a light under it. Some do, some don't. It just depends on what you get personally. But this is a new rug that we got with a new kit, and it comes in a variety of swatches. I'm a big fan of this like pattern swatch, this one in particular, because they showed us in the render, and I was like, ooh. Why do I love this so much? Like all the different colors on this rug make apartments look more unique and different, with all the different variety of colors you can put in one room, let alone a whole apartment itself. So I'm like, wait, can I get more swatches like this in the future? Because that would be great. But this rug definitely looks very similar to the one from City Living. Like if you go and filter by City Living and you go to rugs actually, and you see the one from City Living, it looks very similar to this one. Like if you size it up, actually, you can see the similarities between the two. I don't understand why they do similar vibes. I really do not know. But I do have to say I do see the similarities between the two. Like if you go through all the swatches, you can definitely see the similarities between this black swatch and then this one. I mean, the texture is very different between the two. This is more like, I don't know what's the word, more, this one's more rugged maybe. And this one's more like floofy, fluffy type of way, but you can see similar vibes. Not the same, but similar. And the whole idea of this video is I'm showcasing like the similarities between the two, of like, this one looks like this one looks like that one from this pack and that pack. Just kind of giving you a general like idea of what you're going to get out of this kit if you're going to get it. And it's only $5 on Origin or on Steam, but I think it's definitely very important to showcase all these different things to you all, just in case you're like kind of deciding if you want to get certain things or not. So as we move on, I think what sold me a lot more on this kit, for me mainly as a person who loves industrial things, was like all the gears and the bells and whistles and all the pipes, as well as, ooh, this light. Ooh, okay, so we do give a short one, medium one, and then a very long one. Okay, this is good. But going back to the bells and whistles and all the gears and just like, this is what I was talking about. The texture on this pipe is what I wanted on those like air duct vents. In particular, like the air duct vents are one of the things that I find very city-like and rustic and grungy. Like if these like vents right here had this swatch, I would have been 100% like, buy it, sell it, give me 10 copies, I'll give away all of them. But it's like, I wish we had a swatch like this on this. That's what would sell me to buy a city apartment in The Sims for my Sims to live in. But I think all of them do look pretty nice. I do hope somewhere in the future, like I said, we get kind of like a multitude of swatches that are very similar to a certain item. Like if they added that grunge, like little grunginess to the like ceiling vents, it would have been nice. So at some point in the future, it could happen. Now we have a new dresser called Finders, Keepers, Losers. Well, it's not called Losers, Weepers, but you know the saying, Finders, Keepers, Loser, Weepers, childhood memory that you probably that has been unlocked out of your brain. You're welcome. I do like this Finder Keepers dresser like wardrobe, and it's pretty nice. And again, I say you can never go wrong with matching wood swatches. No, you cannot. You can. Well, maybe. But I have to say, I don't know what it is, but matching wood tones please me to my core. When things match, you know it's a good day. And then I think we also had this antisocial sliding double door. Am I being called out by this door for being antisocial? Probably. It's like, knock, knock, who's there? Why is isolation and solitude? Oh wait, why? It's isolation and solitude. I feel called out by one door in this game, and it's this door from this kit. Why do I feel offended? Because I do. Oh my gosh, this looks like a very barn door to me, like a very farm style or a farmhouse industrial door. And I also like farmhouses, or more so like the idea of them, because when you look on Pinterest and farmhouse like architecture and, you know, interior design looks pretty nice, honestly. But then we have that door, which is pretty good, and then we have this archway, which you saw in the whole video on Twitter. And I have to say, I really like this. This also kind of reminds me of a lot of like New York City apartments, but like not downtown New York, but like maybe uptown somewhere in that general area. But I like how the windows are very like frosted-ish, but very dirty and grungy. Just all the dirtiness of the store makes me happy. I need to build something abandoned like ASAP, like today at some point. Now, this window that we got from the new kit is pretty nice, and I do like how they're very different. How there's grunge and also solid color non-grunginess to it. That I'm pleased about. But what kind of got me concerned and what I did not like the most is how I'm comparing this window to the base game window that you see from Oasis Springs. More so where the Calientes live, they have those type of windows. And if you take out this frame, expand the window, it looks very similar. Well, I guess if you take out the frame, expand it, change the texture, where it's more like not wood, but more metally, industrial, and more grungy like, you have the same window. But overall, it's just like, do I love it? Do I not like it? I don't really know, but I think that what concerns me the most is that I don't like having similarities or like having repeat objects that look exactly the same from another pack that could have been in base game. Makes me like iffy, and I don't like. So personally, I hope that they do better in the future with the kits and kind of reevaluate of like what should be in what, and like if it should be involved in the kit or should it be involved in base game, like stuff like that. That's what kind of gets me like thinking a lot about all the packs and all the kits now, that we have a lot of packs and we have a lot of kits, and it's like some stuff looks the same, some stuff doesn't, but that's just like, I guess, how it is sometimes, and I wish it wasn't. But for me, I'm a lover of The Sims. I will always be a lover of The Sims, but I will also be very critical of what I think. And like, for me, this is like all my opinions, but definitely leave all your like opinions and like keep a conversation going down in the comments below, because that way we kind of get an idea of like what you all think. And also, especially, what do you want to see like done better in the future of The Sims 4? Because we have had The Sims 4 about 7 years now, going on 8 next month, which is kind of crazy. And I definitely want to see The Sims 4 improve, of course, but I definitely want to make sure that they're doing it right. I don't control them, but I want to see them do better, and I want to make sure this game does well, because I really love The Sims and I want it to just be really good overall. So I forgot to mention one more thing about this bed in particular. I wanted to mention to you all that this bed in particular also reminds me of the one that we got from City Living. If you compare and contrast these two beds together, they are literally exactly the same. However, this bed is a little bit higher and has no curtains on it. So you remove the curtains, make it a little bit higher, change the texture of this base right here and also the headboard. You got basically this bed from the industrial loft kit. So overall, the kit itself is pretty good. I do see myself utilizing some of the build and buy objects a lot more than I thought I would, just because I was comparing and contrasting some objects compared to like base game or city living or like get famous or dream home decorator. So I see the similarities between the two, and like overall the kit itself is pretty good, but I wish they would have done a little bit better on some of the swatches and maybe like change a few things here and there where it didn't look really different, or it looked different but still kind of kept the style of what they were looking for. And like the window itself, I saw that they were going to kind of do an update on this like situation that we're talking about with the video, and I think they're going to be doing it in a patch update because they tweeted it on Twitter a couple days ago talking about it and addressing the issue, which is very good, because when you see something that doesn't look like what you have in the game, it's like, what was the reason? And so the fact that they addressed it and they see it and they are going to fix it and put in a patch update, that's a good thing. So, but either way, I'm going to leave you off right here. I do hope you all enjoyed today's video as much as I did. I had a lot of fun kind of talking about my opinions, my thoughts, my concerns, comparing and contrasting different build and buy objects compared to the kit and base game, like some other packs as well. But as always, let me know all your opinions, concerns, your comments, everything down in the comments below as always. But either way, I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.